songs, but I love a song that takes you completely out of yourself and makes you look at somebody else's life. And you know, by world standards, all of us are incredibly wealthy by world standards. And I have loved for the last few decades using my platform, however large or small it might be, to talk about organizations that are doing their part to help change the world and inviting us to participate. Sometimes there can just be so much wrong. Everywhere you look, it can feel overwhelming. We can almost disengage because it seems so much. But I love simple, like child sponsorship organizations. You're just talking about one kid at a time. So I've partnered with Compassion for over 3 decades. And I love that their involvement in communities happens through local churches, in villages, in developing countries all around the world. And I have visited a lot. Did you work, because have you sponsored a child before? Well, I love that because they are hands on the ground and they're empowering local communities to rise up, to educate their children. And that changes everything. And they help with resources. But their latest effort really caught my attention because I'm starting to have grandkids. And anyway, it's so lovely that their latest push is about supporting mothers and babies, specifically women, their entire pregnancy or whenever they discover they're pregnant. Medically assisted labor and delivery, and the first year of a child's life to support the mother and child with community resources, medical services. And this sounds like, whoa, so big, but these are actually little micro clinics. They're clean and tidy and staffed by local medical staff, but we provide a place. And they're called nurture centers. And so I told Compassion, I'm gonna hit the road and I'm gonna tell people about nurture centers because it's a one-time push to build one of these places. And I have had 4 children myself, and the thought of having to give birth on a dirt floor with a toddler standing beside me is a nightmare. Just shout out if you've ever given birth. Woo! Do you notice there's a little bit of strut in that? Woo! Vince has said, my husband has said, if it were up to me or all the guys to like repopulate the planet, he said, there would have been one generation. And we're done. It's a very brave thing to do, to push a child into the world. And you don't even realize how brave it is until that child gets as big as it's going to get. But that actually is one of the most dangerous things a woman can do, is carry and deliver a child. That's why the infant mortality rate is so high, and the birthing mother rate in developing countries, which just causes a whole other issue. So I wanted to tell you, so tonight we have in the lobby, I've never been to the lobby of this hotel because I come in through the alley, but in the lobby, Riley is selling t-shirts and Mackenzie is telling people about this latest work of Compassion. So there's 2 separate tables in the lobby. But if you don't want to get up out of your seat, there are also these cards, Nurture 2 Lives at Once, and there's a QR code if what I have said has made you remotely curious. And so we're going to take about a 15-minute break. You can get to go know your neighbor. You might have come to the concert alone. Just make eye contact with somebody and say hi. I can be the one you can blame it on. Feel free to be weird. But if you go out to if you access this code and make a gift of any kind, then you are welcome to go to the merch table, the Compassion table and pick up our tour poster. It's the only place it's available. I'm gonna pick it up. It's just the world of cassettes, which I grew up in. And it is a set list. I haven't changed it yet. But anyway, I signed a bunch of these in my dressing room. I don't think they're worth much money, but they are our way of saying thank you. And here's why. I didn't even say this. My goal is to open as many of these nurture centers as possible in the course of this fall tour. And here's the brass tacks of the finances. If 35 people would commit $35 a month for 1 year, we can open a nurture center. It's a 1 year commitment of $35 a month. 35 people. And we can do it. The first night I was giving my pitch, and I think I did really poorly, even worse than I'm doing right now. But I had a friend in the audience, and he's a single guy, does a lot of traveling. He was the last person to leave the lobby. I think 3 people had signed up. And he walked up to me, Kinsey, and he said, if I don't do this now, I don't know when I will. And he sponsored an entire nurture center by himself. By himself. So, anyway, unless you say what your dream is, people never know what it is, so they can't come alongside you. That's true of anything. What we think eventually becomes action. So I'm just dreaming out loud with you guys. For anybody that, the poster for a one-time gift, and then if you happen to be one of the 35, this little just bag that you can stick in anything, was actually made by a child who was a woman who was sponsored as a Compassion Kid. And now she has a cottage industry in her village, and she hires other women from the village to make these soft goods. And this is just what we purchased because they're easily packable. But saving the world from one more plastic bag. There was a gentleman who said, can I cut that off and wear it as a tank? And I said, buddy, you sponsor $35 a month, you can do anything you want with that shirt. So anyway, thank you for letting me tell you what matters to me, because anything that involves kids worldwide should matter to all of us. For the children of the world.